Hello again, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith, bringing you news from beyond the mirror, from the other world. And sorry for a late video, I've been a little bit busy. As you know, I play a lot of games, not just Seven Nights, I play so many, and I'm trying to make this YouTube page focus more on Seven Nights for you guys, because there are a lot of Seven Nights fans, and a lot of them kind of don't make too many YouTube pages, and when they do, the videos are really low Q, and it's almost annoying. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, come on. I'm tempted to revive him. But anyways, there are a lot of YouTubers that do Seven Nights, but they don't do them as often as I do. I do them quite often. I like to update my videos a lot. They kind of try to I believe personally, they stray away from doing too many videos, because Seven Nights isn't a huge game, although it is incredibly fun. I love it so much. And there's not a whole lot to talk about, besides status effects and guides, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make more guides on Seven Nights. And I'm not trying to do too much, so I won't give you, like, won't have a whole bunch of videos all in one day or in 1 week. And just try to enjoy it as much as I can, you know what I mean? But anyways, today I wanted to talk to you about Raid, and apparently one of my important characters just got killed, and I kind of needed them for this particular situation, but that's alright. I still have plenty of other cool characters here to help me out. One thing I wanted to tell you guys about is Chris. First things first, Chris, have a very, very powerful Chris on your team. Level 40 if you can, especially on these harder raids, these harder guild raids, try to have a very, very powerful Chris on your team, because that revive is going to be really, really helpful. And another thing you want to have is a powerful tank. Tanks are very, very, very useful in these raid modes, especially if you have a tank with taunt. It's very, very imperative that you bring them along with you. And status immunity. If you haven't already noticed, I have a very, very new character that I just got recently. I'm so glad I got her, really. And she really, really is helping me out with the immunity. Before I had her, it was, I had Spike on my team, and he wasn't doing so good. He kept getting killed, like, right at the beginning, and he didn't have a Void Shield. I mean, sure, he had second chance, but it wasn't as good as a Void Shield, because say the opponent deals a ton of damage, and you still have 1 HP left, and that means you can get at least one attack in with that character. But another hit on that character and they're finished. So really, having a character with the second chance effect, oh man, for goodness sake. I'm not paying attention here, excuse me. But that's okay, I have a trick up my sleeve. If I can do that trick up my sleeve. Please do not electrocute me. Excellent. Now, here's another trick. That revive is really, really crazy. I just figured that out not too long ago, what his ultimate do. Once I unlocked him as an awakened character, I figured that out, and man, is that the coolest thing ever, to have your entire team on Undead. But it can be a little silly, especially if you're fighting Adelans. His Deadly Strikes attack, it resets everybody's, decreases everybody's buff timer by, I think, 3 turns? Oh! Wow, really? Are you kidding me? As soon as he transforms, he dies? Ah, for goodness sake. I usually get more than just 200,000. I get a lot more than 200,000. I usually get well over even a 300,000 mark. But that's okay. I was a little distracted. It's hard to fight and talk at the same time, especially with Seven Nights. My attention span is terrible. I'm pretty sure I told you guys that before. It is quite terrible. I'm not going to go too far into that though, because I'm just going to get distracted again and not talk about what I'm really here to say. But anyways, focusing on the subject, having a very powerful team in Raid can be difficult. A lot of players seem to get confused that having a lot of universal characters is okay, because you need characters that last long. But at the same time, you need characters that deal a lot of damage. So what you want to do is, first of all, never bring Nox in a raid with you. Just don't. I mean, Nox is a great character. He's my favorite character here. He probably will be my favorite character till the end of time, other than Eileen's brother. But, yeah, don't use him in raids. He's great in arena and adventure mode, but just don't use him in raids, and especially in tower. His death is useless in tower. However, Chris, his death is useless in tower as well, and as well as in adventure mode, because the enemies do develop a resistance to death, and that makes both him and Nox useless in adventure and tower. So, however, Chris does have that regen. Sorry, I'm drinking this juice in here. It's just so good. I'm sorry, this juice is great. And when you're talking a lot, you get really, really parched, and you just have to drink something. So that's why this juice is in here. So if you excuse me for a minute. Hope you guys don't mind. But yeah, anyways, it takes a lot of hard work, especially when you're in raid. So be sure to bring some character that has some type of healing on him. And Chris is one of my stronger recommendations. A lot of people would try to use Karen but she revives, but she's a fragile character. Being a healer, she's very fragile, and having a character like this on your team is great, but they die quickly, and especially in arena, the AI will just result to using them every time a character is slightly injured, and will use your heal at the wrong time when you really need to be attacking the enemy. So, and don't rely too much with her, especially in arena, because as I said before, if you watch my other videos, I hate the AI. The AI makes terrible decisions, and it will use her heal and her ultimate at the wrong time, her awaken skill. It will use that at the wrong time, so I would not recommend using her in the arena. Mainly just Chris for healing in arena, because, as I said, the AI. Another thing I was going to do in the guild raid is use this character right here. I was going to use him until he got killed kind of quickly. My items aren't very powerful for him right now. As you can see, I still have one 5-star item for him, and I don't have an awaken item, and that's a problem I will fix soon. But really, what Siege does is he increases everyone's physical attack and by a tenfold, really, and it's really, really crazy. By let's see, 40% for 6 turns, I believe. I believe that's what it is. But yeah, it increases all stats I think it increases all stats. Yeah, I don't know about HP, but I think it might increase defense. I think. Now, I don't know exactly, because I go to this website for these characters to find out what exactly they do, because as I said before, my translation app isn't all that great. It kind of translates things kind of weird, and so I go to this website that has Korean people translating it themselves and then writing it down in English. But they're kind of lazy there. They don't really update their page very often at all. Just the other day, I was trying to do some research on Eileen's brother, and all they did was have his picture there and had absolutely no information whatsoever on his character at all. All they had was his picture. It was ridiculous. Oh, finally! What? Where's the information on his stats? Where is everything? For goodness sake! Why you guys so lazy? Come on! Update the page! You added his picture! Where's the info? It's just not... Where is it? You didn't even give him any grades! Come on! Ah! Unbelievable. But anyways, back on the subject of hand, having a good solid team of offensive characters is very important. For example, Delens and Eileen. Their unique passives work very well with each other, and they increase damage very, very significantly. And having them both on your team, especially when you have all offensive characters that are offensive and physical in nature, they will work very well with each other and really, really help out the team. Although Eileen won't last very long, even though she can revive, build some good defensive items on her, and she should last a lot longer. Another character I would recommend would be... I know I said all offensive characters, but this character works well with every game mode. Evan. Evan is very, very powerful and skilled tank, and to have him on your team is very, very useful. And having 2 bars of HP with putting down this skill right here, having 2 bars of HP is crazy good. Crazy. It is awesome to have 2 bars of HP, and especially going against a raid boss. And he deals some decent damage too. Evan is actually a pretty skilled fighter if you build the right items. But really, what really entertains me with this character is the fact that he recovers every ally with 1,000 by 1,000 HP. That can be very useful, especially if you're trying to find one last hit in on a raid boss. That 1,000 HP could actually really help you get back into the game. Sorry. I'm trapped in this room, and it's a little hard to breathe. I'm sorry, guys. This tiny little closet, also known as my office. It's hot and hard to breathe in here, so if you excuse me. Oh man, I had to take a breath. Anyways, having skilled fighters on your team is very, very important in Raid. And another character I would recommend, now that I think about it, is the Queen. Having someone that has a debuff immunity is actually a very, very good idea. And she grants debuff immunity to the entire team too, which is awesome. So, I would definitely recommend her too. Another character I would recommend would be... Sometimes I will recommend Shane because of that damage, but she's a fragile character too. And she's a fighter, but she doesn't really apply anything to the team. So that's a little bit of a problem. And she only has 1 skill. And like I said, she's fragile. Once her Void Shield goes down, she's finished. But her Awakened skill is pretty cool. But it's just still 1 skill though. And once it recharges, you can do it again. But like I said, fragile, she'll die quick. Even with that awesome Awakened skill, it probably wouldn't be all that great of an idea with the damage. So you might want to have someone that has a really good Void Shield like Delens. So let me think. Oh, she's excellent to have in Raid. Excellent. That bonus 2,000 damage every 3 hits, that is excellent. I don't really have any good items on her right now because I don't really use her too much in Arena. I used to use her all the time until I got Delens. Once I got Delens, it kind of just threw her under the bridge, and I feel bad about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. She looks angry at me. Yeah, she's angry at me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took all your items away and gave them to Delens. Yeah, she's giving me those angry eyes. Look at her. But anyways, yeah, those are the characters I really would recommend. If you have any other offensive characters, throw them in there. But just be sure they do not cancel out each other's special unique passives. As I told you that before, having 2 characters with a unique passive that are similar, the more powerful unique passive will just overtake the other one and they will not stack. So be sure you have skilled fighters that have different unique passives that work well with each other, because you need to get as much damage in as possible in Raid. But yeah, that's all the time I got left for my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and comment, guys. And I love you guys. And I'm going to step outside and take a big, deep breath of fresh air after I get out of this closet I use to record my videos. Because I have been in here for quite some time. As I said, I play a lot of games, and a lot of them I play in this closet. So if you excuse me, my fellow gamers, I'm going to get a breath of fresh air. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.